Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention please. We're here to unveil a plaque today which was recovered from Bothwellhaugh during the demolition of the village, and we've got the local clergyman here, what's the word, inaugurate it or dedicate or something anyway.
Dedicate,
so we'll get the Reverend Kenneth Campbell for the Orbison Church, and oh no, it's the Reverend Kenny. Good
You'll
Jim.
get us both into trouble with the various authorities.
Kenny McKenzie for the Orbison Church.
Alan Mackenzie.
And Kenny Campbell for Bothwell.
Well, representing Bothwell.
Right. Thank you.
It was just a compact village, you know. And as I say, everybody was friendly. I mean, they weren't always friendly when they're young, as you know. But I can honestly say I enjoyed my bringing my rearing in Bothwellhaugh.
Oh, it's fond memories, you know. We have our yearly gatherings, which to me are memorable. You know, it's so nice to see people, well, we're getting less and less, because I attended a funeral of one of my peers just weeks ago, and the same birthday as myself. It frightens the life out of me. But and saying that, got a lot of good memories of him and our early days in the Peerless. But it's nice to look back. Nice to look back.
So today we're coming together, and if Father Campbell moves aside, we can all take a good look at it. This lovely plaque here, bringing to mind for many of you memories of a place that'll have its memories, and people you'll remember memories about them or their relatives.
It was a friendly village we were in. Everybody looked after everybody. You know, we could go in and outdoors and nothing was said. You know, we just knew we were welcome.
The community itself, really, you know, the people, we still have a good strong bond. You know, if anybody says, oh, I'm for the Peerless, oh, they're right in your ear, they want to know you and things like that. And it's just the community and the bond between us all. Really quite good.
When you went out, you went into countryside and you played in the streams, and they were filthy. Sometimes you could see dead rats floating past and all that kind of thing. And the water was always hot because it came out of the pit into the stream and flowed towards the Clyde. And the movies in the days, when you went Saturday, you maybe went Tuesday and a Thursday. If it wasn't Robin Hood, it was the Three Stooges kind of thing. So Robin Hood was our hero, Errol Flynn, and that's the way back. And everybody, you actually put ropes up on the trees and you were swinging on trees, and somebody was Little John if you were kind of big, and Friar Tuck and all that kind of stuff. And that was the games that we played.
My most memorable bonfire in the Peerless was VE, Victory in Europe, when they pulled all the wooden doors off the shelters and piled them up in the middle of the square and burnt them all down, and we were all dancing round about for hours to our horse, and black with smoke and smelly and dusty and whatnot. We'd have to get thrown into the washhouse the following day to get the smell of smoke off us. To me, that always sticks in my mind.
If I could just go back with the people that were there, which you can never go back. Even as an adult, and the same people. I still feel there'd be, well, as you know, by the dances, people still tend to keep in touch. You know, I know everybody keeps in touch, but maybe only see them at the dance. But then again, no, I think there'd be a lot of, I've heard quite a lot of people saying, if I could go back to the Pales and with the same people, I'd go back. I mean, it's not just my opinion, there's other people.
I think it's great that the history should be preserved. It's difficult now that you wouldn't get away with making a film like that now that my dad did make, because it was, first of all, it was based around about my life as a wee boy and my mum. But my dad was outgoing, and if somebody walked past, he just immediately turned around and took their picture as well. And that's how it turned into a community film. He took everything. He took the last wedding, he took the closing of the church, he took the village even getting knocked down. That was a bit sad because the village was his life. And I'm really pleased that it's been in the archives. I mean, I'm hoping, I've got grandchildren myself now, and I'm hoping to pass it on to them, that they can see me as a young man. I mean, my son wasn't even born when, obviously, the village was, I left when I was 12, so even he, and at the age he's at now, he's 34, he's even shown an interest in the past. And I think it's great that the younger generation see how the working class people lived.
I never felt as if I had been, there was things I didn't get, of course there was, but money wasn't there. But then again, I never felt deprived, because there's loads of love. I'm a terrible sleeper, and I got up one night and I couldn't sleep, so I went on the internet and I went into Bothwellhaugh. And I come off of that crying, because it does make you a bit emotional.
The village was actually built because it had a pit and a mine, a coal mine. The coal mine was called Hamilton Palace Colliery, and it was one of the most productive seams in this area. It had a lot of coal, but unfortunately, it went underneath the Clyde. It even went underneath the mausoleum, which was on the other side of the Clyde. And people do say that the mausoleum got the echo effect because of the mine workings underneath it. But unfortunately, it became unviable in the late 50s because it was flooding, and they had to close it. And due to that, the village then deteriorated, and that's when my dad's film was taken. When we finally heard the death knell was announced for the village, because it was in the local press that they were going to build Strathclyde Park, my dad was visibly upset because he had lived there all his life and really didn't want to move. My mum was really upbeat because we knew what sort of house we could have got. I mean, it was all mod cons. In those days, it was electric underfloor heating. We only had coal fire, and my mum was desperate to move out the village, but my dad was very sad, couldn't get his head round about it, and even to the day he passed away, and that was 34 years of living in Bellsill, he never regarded that as home.
My son was born at the time, and we come down the park, and the demolishers were in pulling it down Robbie Row. I actually got a brick for my house that was getting pulled down 2 or 3 bricks ago, and I put them in my car, my wee green van. And this time I was living in Motherwell. I'd come out of the army, and I was married at the time, and then put them into my garden in Motherwell as a wee memento. Then I moved over to Bellsill about a decade ago, and I've left them over there. But that TV film, The Village Under the Water, that's just a myth, and I hope everybody knows that. Because I say, I witnessed the place getting pulled down. There's no houses under the water.